Hello everyone, welcome to the Geekdom, the place where we outcasts come to talk about the things we love, and today we've got a brand new custom LEGO Star Wars Battle Pack for you, and this is based off the Ahsoka series. Now, in the new Ahsoka series, we got to see some awesome new Stormtroopers for Grand Admiral Thrawn called the Night Troopers, and I just love these guys' designs. I love how battered the armor looks, all the different patchwork parts of it, and as well those little red bits of like ribbon and cloth just to keep it all together. I have done a figure like this before. I did Enoch in my actual CMF series for the Ahsoka show, so if you haven't seen that video, definitely go check that out. I really love that video, but I wanted to round it out with a quick battle pack. We've got 4 figures today. Let's jump right in. Okay, as you can see here, we've got these 4 figures here, and they're all extremely individual, which is something I really love about the Night Troopers. Now, I'm a sucker for the classic Stormtrooper. I love how they all just blend in. It really adds to the kind of like fear that the Empire has. But there's something real special about these guys. I fell in love as soon as they came on screen, so I had to make them one day, and here we are. Basic stuff is that a lot of the base model for this is just your classic Stormtrooper, obviously. As you can see, it's got a lot of that regular LEGO Stormtrooper design underlying in all of these figures, but something brand new is the arms. Each of them have their own individual arms, obviously, but I did start with a base model of Stormtrooper arms, so if I ever make any more Stormtroopers in the future, you will see these arms. Okay, kicking off, we're just going to go from left to right here. On the left, we've got unnamed Stormtrooper 1. I love this guy. He's just got a little less red on the torso than most of them, but it makes up for it with all of the cracked gold pieces. All of the gold on these figures are chrome. Everything's chromed out. I love the chrome gold look. It makes them all really shiny and just look even more sort of battered. I don't know, it was very shiny in the show, so I think it looked great here. Obviously, on his helmet, he's got all those cracks up there, but he's also got these green lenses, which all of the troopers do. Obviously, when Night System magic is applied to the troopers, they get all this green smoke coming out their eyes, so I thought green lenses would be a nice touch. He's absolutely covered in cloth from head to toe. Specifically on the legs on this figure, there's just an awful lot of that cloth stuff just holding all the shins and stuff together. Obviously, all the armor here is pretty much destroyed. So they have to find ways of holding it together. The same goes for the arms. Obviously, another thing, just individual, as I said before. The arms, none of the arms are symmetrical. There's nothing alike. It's all just kind of random cracks and bits of cloth. But one thing is, I did actually try my best to match all of the cracks and like the cloth pieces to the Night Troopers we saw in the show. Like, none of this is just random Geekdom originals. I did my best to match it up to actual Night Troopers we saw. And I think it's come out really well. The next trooper we're looking at is unnamed Stormtrooper number 2, but this guy's really special because he's got a black helmet. Now, there was a couple of troopers in this show with some really unique helmets because they had these really dark patches all over their armor, and this Stormtrooper here has like a fully black helmet with just these little white patches, which I really dig. It's cool to see like a black helmet on the otherwise white Stormtrooper. Obviously, we've got plenty of black Stormtroopers in the past, be it fighter pilots or dark troopers or whatever, but this guy is really cool. I think it really makes the rest of his armor pop, and I love the way the gold crackles through the helmet. It just looks so good. Now, this guy's entire torso is patched together with this cloth stuff. He's been through the wars on this abandoned planet in a galaxy far away. And the same goes for his arms as well. I think this guy has the most cloth out of any of them, but I love that because it really, the red on these figures really just pops. It's so bright in contrast with the white and the black. It just looks really nice, and it just looks so cool. Next up, we've got unnamed Stormtrooper number 3, and I'd say this is probably just the closest to your standard Stormtrooper. He's got less cracks, less sort of cloth pieces all over him. It's much closer to a regular Stormtrooper, but he's got an entirely black pauldron on his right arm and an entirely black left boot, just to add a bit of variety there. Once again, those green lenses, those chrome gold crackles, and all of that clothy goodness. And finally, we've got unnamed Stormtrooper number 4. Now, this guy was pretty special on the helmet because I was looking for some really unique designs of the troopers in these episodes, and when they corner Ezra, Sabine, and Ahsoka, there's this one trooper, and he has like cloth going from the lenses of his helmet all the way down to his cheek, which I really loved. It's like he was bleeding from his eyes. It was just such a cool look. So I put that on this guy here, and he's got, once again, all of those really big crackles up on his head. And another thing about this trooper that I noticed, his chest portion is like a really nice bluish grey, which I don't think any of the other troopers in this show have, which I thought was really cool. It was like an entire half of his like chest portion is that color, so I thought that was really cool, so I included that here. His arm's very basic on the right. He's just got a little bit of ribbon in his forearm section. His other arm, however, is just absolutely covered in this stuff. Really red arm. He's got like a nice sort of like bandaged waist, which is very reminiscent of like Hunter in the later seasons of the Bad Batch. Left leg, no cloth, which I thought was strange, but it also just it adds a bit of variety, which I quite like. And the right leg has that cool little like black portion as well. Just, you know, a bit of variety. None of these troopers look alike. I love them all equally. Well, everyone, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. This was just a small one today. But if you have enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe down below. We've got plenty more troopers to come. I've got a few ideas for Bad Batch and stuff. We've got a lot of videos coming out soon. So stick around. Click that little red subscribe button, like down below, and comment your favorite Star Wars trooper. I want to know your favorite trooper. Be it a name trooper, type of trooper, whatever you want. I just want to hear about it. My favorite trooper is Fives. Well, anyway, everyone, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. May the Force be with you, always.